This is our little demon twink.
Hello, I'm Sam Blank, and this is Filling the Blank. Today, we're taking a collection tour with Rob and Eric Thomas-Suwall, better known by their iconic alias, the Icy Gays. They're going to take us around what is like a tiny piece of their immaculate collection in their home in New York. We're going to start with this amazing work by Corydon Cowansage. Can you tell us about the installation of this work? Because it does come in pieces, correct?
Yes, was delivered in 6 long panels,
Yes.
all wrapped in bubble wrap, and they brought them all in, and I thought, how in the hell does this go together? Because we had never
It's like a
actually
puzzle.
seen one of her
Yeah.
sculpted 3-dimensional paintings
Right.
before.
It's basically 6 separate paintings that come
Yeah.
together.
With these very long bolts that
Connect.
anchor them all.
Yes.
Yeah.
And was there like a map that told you how to put it together, or were you just like, here's the photo of what we bought it from?
There were instructions, and
Okay.
interestingly, though, there were letters on the back of it that we thought, like, C goes
Yeah.
with C or something.
Yeah.
But once we put it all together, it's actually her last name. That
It's her
was,
signature.
like, spelled
So
out
yeah,
directly
so
across the-
you can't. It's really cool because like her signature on the painting actually comes together once you assemble all 6 pieces together.
So there's like,
So it's like a secret code.
there's like
Yeah.
Corydon Cowansage
Yes.
across it.
Yes.
Yes.
That is
Yeah.
so cool.
No, it's
This
super
is
cool.
really cool.
Yeah, it's very creative.
And then, like, how is it hung so that it's level? Because it's
Yeah.
obviously like not a square painting.
Yeah, there are cleats kind of as part of it that
Yeah.
we had the level on the wall
That
and
are
then the
built in,
painting.
and then the painting, once assembled, like sits on the cleats.
So this is a painting by Gunman. He's
Yes.
From LA.
Yeah.
Can you talk about your relationship to this painting? Because this is like probably the gayest painting in here.
It's
very gay.
Very
but it's
gay.
like really like kind of butch at the same time.
Yeah.
It's hot and
Love it.
sexy.
I think Ken really embraces his identity as a queer man, but also, his culture's ways of painting, basically. So this like kind of thin, layered way of painting is inherent to
Korean pigments.
Yeah, he uses Korean pigments and kind of layers them in these thin washes for these beautiful portraits and also landscapes that he does a lot of. And then he also takes old tapestries and rugs and lots of very colorful...
Cuts them out and then stitches them,
Yeah, and-
embroiders them into the canvas.
So there's kind of this aspect of collage, which is really cool, and then also kind of like almost like thrifting, kind of.
Yeah.
It's like somehow very queer in a way, like kind of salvaging these like beautiful textiles and then like reincorporating them into these like gay fantasies that are just beautiful.
And the last thing I was thinking with this painting is we all have the same hair flip today.
Yes.
As this painting.
Yes.
The gay hair flip.
There we go.
And, back to from the Corydon Cowansage, a very abnormal painting in this very rectangular. This work right here, I'm very fascinated by because it takes a lot of care for you guys.
It does.
So we've gotten a little intimate to talk about this very intimate work.
Yes.
So can you tell us about what it's like to take care of this work? Because it's got a lot of pieces to it.
Yeah.
It does. So the bands are rubber and, of course, or latex. And
Yeah.
of course, latex breaks down. So periodically when we come to our apartment, we find some of the bands have snapped
Yes.
and are kind of falling all over the place.
So, Douglas knows this about the medium that he chose. Obviously, natural latex can degrade over time. So he wrote us a beautiful note and a little care instructions. And we have instructions on how to replace the rubber bands when they do break.
And he sent us a whole box of them.
He did.
Yeah.
So him and his gallery are very on top of it. And I think we're learning about conservation and caring for works, but also making sure that everything is tight and ship-shape.
It's just such an amazing work. It's like so subtle and suggestive and just a little bit kinky. I just really love it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of the perfect headboard, right?
Right.
Because,
Perfect.
it's very soft. So
Yeah.
if things get a little wild, you're not going to hurt anything. This is our little demon twink. This is the work by Paul P., who is a fantastic artist that sources imagery from vintage pornography and then paints these kind of hazy, beautiful portraits from a time kind of pre-HIV, and kind of exploring what that means and memory and queer culture, and does it in this crazy, beautiful way. So yeah, this is our little demon twink.
I love this work. I just love Michael Childress's work. Can you talk about this work, getting it, and your relationship with it?
Yeah, so, boy, I love Michael as soon as I saw a preview from Karen at HESSE FLATOW. Didn't we get this from, did we get this from the art fair in Miami?
Yes.
Yeah. The stained canvas, very reminiscent of Helen Frankenthaler. And this, I think the title is A Cool Wind Blows Over the Earth, even though it kind of looks like a hot wind. But I don't know, it just feels like climate change and imminent disaster.
Yeah.
But yet at the same time, there's something kind of peaceful and tranquil about it.
Totally.
I feel like this is like very Hilma af Klint.
Yes,
Yes,
exactly.
very,
Yeah.
yes. Lots of gay mysticism too.
Yeah,
which we
totally.
love.
Yeah.
Yeah. And another country boy. He lives.
Yeah, upstate New York.
Yeah,
totally.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And the more gay stuff we'll go talk about.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Salman Toor's Lavender Boy.
Yeah. Sophie, one of my favorite paintings.
There you go.
Amazing.
So yes, a very gay painting.
Very.
So this is Lavender Boy by Salman Toor, which you guys have said many times is one of your favorites, which is why I wore my lavender shirt for you both today.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Yes,
love
very
it.
fitting.
Yeah. Can you talk about this work? Because this work came from Lurhing Augustine, correct?
No, actually, it came from Nature Mort.
Oh,
Yes, in India.
Okay.
So
Yes.
this painting, it's one of the most special stories in our
Yes.
collecting. I had loved Salman Toor for a long time, and I kept asking Rob to reach out to him
Yeah.
to see if we could have a studio visit.
Yeah.
And it was kind of clear when we finally did reach out to him that something was happening with his career. And luckily, he was kind enough to invite us over, and there were all these beautiful paintings hanging in his studio.
It was crazy.
And he said that they were destined for a museum show, but couldn't tell us where.
Yeah.
Turned out it was the Whitney.
Yeah.
So
The
that was very
Whitney.
cool. So we got to see that whole Whitney show in the studio. And we got an email from Peter at Nature Mort saying Salman said he'd like for us to offer you a work, and gave us a choice of a few of them. And this is the one we chose, especially because of this weird bendy arm, which our friend Gahi Park, another artist, is like, you have to buy that painting because
Yes,
of that weird
I'm
bendy
obsessed.
arm.
Well, I love the little bottle of poppers on the windowsill, which is very gay coded.
Also, another painting that is another feather in your cap of you guys being ahead of everybody, seeing it before it went in the Whitney.
That's a little bit.
pretty
That was
cool.
like nick of time on that.
Yeah.
one.
And now he is represented by Lurhing Augustine, and they're an absolutely fantastic gallery and doing an amazing show of his works and
Over both
paintings and
galleries.
drawings
Yeah,
over both their
galleries in
galleries.
one and paintings in the
so we're
other.
very excited to see
Yeah.
that. Hortensia Mi Kafchin.
Amazing.
So she's from Bucharest, Romania?
I think so, Romania, yeah. And so I love this idea of this like queer landscape futurism, but also there's like a Lisa Frank sticker in the middle of this like little gay swallow, and then there's like this like little purple table that's like got its
Almost
little foot
dancing.
up, like dancing. It's
And
like
this is, oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
No, well, this is called Baghdad Batteries, and that's like a Ancient Aliens thing. Have you ever heard of that show? So it's
Yeah.
like this crazy guy that thinks that like aliens have been here for like thousands of years, and they help create batteries in ancient Baghdad. And so this is actually an ancient Baghdad battery, which is like a jar with a coil in it.
But there's a question if these things ever actually
Yeah, they
existed
probably did
at
not.
all, like, or if it's something that they're just like ascribing to actually being a battery that wasn't. So it's like all about like history and queerness and
yeah,
it's a lot.
It's like futurism and
Yeah,
I don't
and
know, change.
Hortensia is shown by PPOW, Wendy and Penny,
So-
and this is a fabulous painting that we love.
yeah.
Play. Thank you all so much for joining us this week for a tour of the immaculate collection of the Icy Gays. Thank you both for showing us around.
Thank you.
It was so great
This
to
was
have
so
you.
much
It was a lot of
fun.
fun.
Thank you all so much for talking to us. Thank you all for watching, and yeah, bye-bye now.
Bye.